Om Swastiastu. Hello, Ms. Trisna. My name is Rico Surya Wirawan, and I'm from the English Language Education Department. Here I will giving a few things that we need to consider when we giving a presentation for better rendition. Are the first thing first we need to consider are the choosing a language. The choosing language, it divided into three parts. The first part, using a appropriate language, using an accurately language, and the last one, the last but not least, is the clearly language. Why we must to consider these three important things? Because the choosing a language, it will be have an impact to our presentation. For example, if we choose a good vocabulary to choose a good word for giving a presentation, the result or an impact will be good for us. And if we choose a bad word for the presentation, the result will be not a good one. So it depends on how we choose a word. And for every word that we say, it must be clear enough for the audience to understand. So the audience will, if we say the word, or we say a modified word, after we modify the word become a sentence in our brain, and we speak that out loud, and every word you say, it's clear enough for the audience will be so easily to grasp the meaning or catch the point. So it's really important for the every word to consider our pronunciation. Okay, there is also another part of the important things that we need to consider when we giving a presentation. It also for the speaker itself. So for the speaker itself, there are four important crucial parts that we need to consider. The first one is our body movement, our gesture, our eye contact, and the last one is our appearance. Those four skills I'm not going to explain all one by one, because those four important things that we need to consider in ourselves to be a presenter, because it has a connect one to another, because it's really just to ourselves. Because the presenter of something luxury yet, these four important things can help you to be a flexible presenter, so the audience will be easily to understand your presentation and easily catch the point what is your presentation is about. So I just give a brief explanation. Try to not be too rigid. Try to change the atmosphere surround you to make you comfort while you giving a presentation, because more rigid you are, more hard for the audience catch your point. But I suggest for you to not be too rigid. Try to be flexible, because more flexible you are, more easily for the audience gets the point. So I think that's all for me. For the conclusion is those four skill and add more three skill earlier will be so useful for you to be a good presenter, to be giving a presentation of something, because it's really need to consider, because it's really important for us to giving a explanation or giving a presentation in a proper way, so the audience will not be so confused for us. So the bottom line is, try to not be too rigid when giving a presentation. So I think that's all for me. If I make a mistake, I'm sorry. And for the last word, I say Om Santi 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 Om.